we have a lot of big men in Nigeria. They have telephone lines, but when you call them, they don't pick calls. I've made calls before now to the national chairman, he doesn't pick calls. I'll call governor, he won't pick calls. And when you get to a level of frustration that you want to see certain things done in the party, and nobody seems to be answering you, then you have to seek another platform to express your grievances. For me, I want a virile opposition, I want a viable opposition, a credible opposition that can speak to the issues of insecurity, armed banditry, and what have you. Even if I ask you people now, what is the position of PDP on restructuring, I'm sure none of you will tell me what the blueprint PDP has. If I ask you what is their position on 2021 budget, you won't be able to give me an offer explanation. And that budget is full of all manners of provisions and approvals that shouldn't be. In this contemporary time, you have no business approving 12.5 billion for presidential air fleet, for example. But nobody is interrogating all of these issues. They are just sleeping. You wake up in the morning, you issue statement, signed by publicity secretary and all that. That's not what we want to see. Your governor was almost killed in Benue State, Makurdi. You only issue statement. You didn't do any solidarity walk or whatever protest, go to embassies and all of this to drum home the point that this present government has collapsed. There's collapse of government, there's leadership failure, incompetence, incapacity. But what do we get in return as a buffer for the ordinary citizens? Nothing. And PDP that ought to have been offering that particular hope, to continue to resonate hope, because what keeps a country going is hope. If nobody can invest in hope again, then there's anarchy. And once there's anarchy, jungle justice sets in. And that's why you see the killing in the land has become so ferocious, so prevalent, so damning. So for me, I rather than seek those internal mechanisms like you raise, I would rather, derive the courage to interrogate the process, go into the public, rather than papering or sweeping issues under the carpet. Because the national auditor of the party had raised serious concern by drumming out an internal memo. And that internal memo captured the rottenness of the financial mismanagement in that party. But it was prevailed upon, he recanted at some point, and they were trying to sweep all of that in allegations under the carpet. So, you see, we cannot continue to take on ruling party for not being, if you ask me now, in fact, APC is even the opposition of APC. Because even just yesterday, Smart Adeyemi opposed his own party. And you see, because there is that leadership vacuum is there on the part of PDP, because they are not able to articulate the issues. So, yeah.
I also have a question. My name is Risu Yakino. I write for Vanguard. You claim that the PDP realized 10 billion naira from the sales of 1 billion naira. The publicity secretary responded by insisting that what was generated.
You are so funny. Idris, I did not write EFCC and ICPC for PDP to come on the media space and be trying to give itself a clean bill of health. No. I wrote to EFCC and ICPC, seeing them as external auditors, external investigators, to come and look at the supposed wellness of the financial content of the PDP. So the PDP can say they generated 4.6 billion. Did we hear about 1 billion before? If not until now that I'm raising this concern, did you hear about 4.6 billion raised before? We are making progress. When the anti-graft agency continues or begins or commences its investigation, we'll know this thing. Don't forget that there are donations to the party, for which I am accusing the party leadership of not using the party account, because there was a garnishee order on those accounts, because they were owing a lot of lawyers for litigations. So they decided to hire consultants, and they were paying through it. And I was a participant in 2019. I was an aspirant to the House of Reps. Federal constituency, I purchased from of 1.5 million. So we all paid to the consultants. So all this one they are talking that 4.6 billion is fine. Out of 4.6 billion, you can't put one block to PDP National Secretariat that is been under construction for the past 10 years. You can't put one block. It's there, a central area. If you ask any politician now around the PDP, they call Wadata Plaza now Casino de Wadata. That's the name they call it now. Casino de Wadata. Where they just squander money anyhow. So they have turned that place to a casino. And we are not going to sit down and fold our hands and let people plunge the party mercilessly when we are supposed to be carrying out your responsibility as an opposition party. Organize workshops, seminars, seek expert opinion, rather than just leave the fortunes of the party in the hands of one intellectually hollow publicity secretary who cannot articulate a good paragraph, and he has the temerity to be calling me names and telling me I'm inconsequential, having served as a commissioner in the state, as a cabinet position for that matter. Meanwhile, he also sought to be commissioner under APC in the Kogi State government under Yaya Bello in 2016. Because he was not given that position, some godfathers just brought him to come and be publicity of because it was zoned to Kogi State. Otherwise, who is called Alakbadinyo? To come and say he's the publicity secretary of a viral position that should take leadership away from this pedestrian level to something more serious.
Please, sir. So the way you are speaking passionately about this party. It shows that
people who don't understand the workings of a party, they tend to play to the gallery, like former Governor Ayo was trying to do on Channels Television. He couldn't even locate the state I come from. He didn't know that I'm from Edo State. He said, "Is it not Delta or whatever?" He couldn't even locate me. I am from Okpela, Ward 5, Awuyem, Okpela. That's where I belong. And under the constitution of the party, that is the only place that my membership was authored. And I remain so, and I have my party card. The role I played in 2020, Edo Guba election, is well known to everybody because of this same leadership inertia that led to even former government, that led to the River State Governor Wike calling the NWC members as tax collectors. I'm sure you will know how the present governor of Edo was imposed on the party. We had concluded all processes. Form collection of form and submission of form had closed under the laws of PDP. But what's it called? The PDP leadership felt that they needed to give the ticket to Governor Basaki because they felt he has deep pockets. They imposed him on us. And I said, no, I'm not going to stomach this. See, my brother, I'm a principled person in terms of processes. It is not just about the outcome of the process, but the process leading to the outcome must be seen to have met all the requirements of the law. If you have closed your nomination form, you have closed your screening, you have closed everything, and we're just looking to convention primaries of the party within a week, and you postpone the convention, and all of that, then you impose somebody on us. I said, no. It's all about, they say, all politics is local. What suits my people in Okpela will not suit Fayoshe people in Ekiti. What they will take in Ekiti, we will not take it in Okpela. I remain undaunted in my resolve earlier in 2020, and I remain on the same position. If given the same opportunity, I will play the same role. Because people must have platform to vent and ventilate their opinion and anger when processes are not right. I was happy that I delivered the words in Okpela to APC, because next time they will be taught a lesson that when you want to impose somebody, you must consult the stakeholders of the party. If the party was weak, if the party was not in existence, if the party was not being encouraged and mobilized and conscientized by old members of the party, Governor Baseki will not find that party alluring. He will not find it attractive to contest. Why didn't he go for ABGA? Why did he take Labour Party? Why didn't he take Alliance for Democracy? Why did he come to PDP? So, you see, I am not going to be dogmatic about my membership of a party and be following you blindly and in the name of party loyalty. Arrant nonsense. Party loyalty demands that you give your own responsibility. The party plays its own responsibility. But if you think you can lord yourself over me and want me to swallow your fledging down my throat, Kassim Afegbua will not take it. So that was what happened. They suspended me for 1 month, which terminated September 2nd, in a letter that I didn't even see. I didn't even see it. When they were pressurized, if they say I'm not a member of the party, why are they calling my ward chairman, local government chairman, and all the leaders of my ward, saying that they should convoke a meeting and suspend me again? If I'm not a member, why would they be doing that? In the last 1 week, they've been breathing down the throat of those guys. But we are very familiar with this game. We are very familiar. I've run a party before very well. I know the processes involved in terms of managing parties' finances. So with the challenge I've put to them, they are racing all over the place. Yesterday they had an NWC meeting where they concluded that they were going to reach out to me to plead with me. Yes, to plead with me so that I can drop these charges. And some of them said, no, if we go and plead with him now, would you not go and tell the media? And I'm telling you now today that they are making efforts to plead with me. It's the truth. They are making efforts to plead with me. And this issue is not about pleading, it's not about Kassim Afegbua. It's about processes. If you want to build a virile democracy, you must be able to implant the ingredients of a representative democracy. Transparency, accountability, due process, rule of law, probity. There's no harm in openness. You say you have even realized 4.6 billion. We are going to be seeing how you spend the 4.6 billion. And let me tell you the shocking one. There is an emergency NEC meeting tomorrow. Emergency NEC meeting is being called for tomorrow. I'm sure they will discuss my issue. But aside my issue, the other item on the agenda is about Anambra election. They've realized 300 and something million. They want to decide how they will spend the money. They want NEC to give them endorsement on how to spend that money. We have 16 aspirants contesting under PDP. 3 of them are females, 13 are males. The females ones are free of charge. The 13 persons are paying 26 million each. Multiply that is over 300 million. They want to seek approval of NEC now on how to spend that money. You are not thinking about what role you are going to play to even give Nigerians a shoulder to cry on as an opposition party. And let me give you another shocking one. The governors, at their meeting in Makurdi barely 2 weeks ago, took a decision that they will conduct the primary election themselves for Anambra, and not the party leadership, because they feel that the party leadership are susceptible and amenable to a lot of corruptions and what have you. So they are going to conduct the primaries, the governors. And when the public secretary was talking about governors forum, did this, they approved their budget. There is nobody that will audit itself without giving itself a pass mark. There's nobody. You will give yourself a pass mark. You give yourself a clean bill of health. Call external auditors to come and look. You will be panicky. So the issues are far, far beyond the accusation, the labeling, the name calling, and of they will do to me. No. They should face their crisis.
Okay, sir. Let me just quickly ask this. I've been a this in jail. You said whistleblower. You are just a whistleblower here. Can you tell us that you are not alone in this whistleblower?
I cannot be alone. If I am alone, I won't be giving you the information I'm giving you. A lot of people from the NWC, from NEC and the party, they are happy with what I'm doing. Let me give you this dimension. A lot of people have left the party. When Daniel left the party, Dimeji Bankole left the party, Dogara, immediate past speaker, left the party, Governor David Umahi left the party. Rather than for us to be gaining members, we are losing members. And as we speak now, Fani Kayode is almost going to exit the party because of all these infractions. They don't reach out. The leadership of the party do not reach out to people. They just feel that they are on top of the world. They are running a one-man show. The directors of the party, different directories, are not being funded. And Kola was saying this morning that they have not protested. Is it not until they protest before you know that you have to do the proper thing? The governor of Zamfara State is almost on his way out of the party. The same thing with the governor of Cross River State. And quite a number of persons. So by the time you lose members to a ruling party that has crippled us like this, then where are you going to get those who will champion your cause when the challenge becomes so manifest? So we are saying that, for God's sake, PDP should be gaining members from the other side that has crippled the economy and sent us into this level of leadership atrophy. Rather than that, APC is waxing stronger by the day. Why must it be so? Something must be wrong. That's why I said that Secondus and his cohorts have outlived their usefulness. Thank you very much.